Its impressive performance figures are very much needed to make this 2,645 kilogram machine dance like a sports car, which it pretty much does. Welcome to the Driver Reviews channel. I'm Vicki Butler-Henderson, and today we are looking at a new era for Porsche. This is the big SUV, the Cayenne, here in full fat electric guise for the very first time. It's also Porsche's most powerful production machine to date. There are three models at launch. You've got the entry level, which has got just under 400 miles between charges, and then this, the top dog, with over 1,100 horsepower. Prices range from between £83,000 through to just under £131,000. And if you are watching and you haven't yet pressed subscribe, please do so now, because it means that we can give you more reviews like this.
This thing is lightning fast! What a car! What a car! Whoa! What a car!
And that is what little hatches should be. To talk us through this powerhouse of a machine is the spokesperson for Cayenne, Ben Weinberger. Ben, hello.
Hey, Vicky.
Ben, can we start off by going through the dimensions of the car, how it compares to the combustion engined Cayenne?
Yeah, so first of all, the Cayenne, also in an electric version, stays a true Cayenne. So absolute day-to-day usability that includes luggage compartment, space for the passengers. So in terms of size, the electric Cayenne is 5 centimeters longer than the combustion version, but the biggest improvement is the wheelbase. We have now more or less 13 centimeters more wheelbase, which first of all helps the people in the second row. So you get more leg room and much space for your passengers in the back.
So this car weighs over 2,500 kilograms, so aerodynamics is going to play a big part. What are the highlights there?
Yeah, first of all, you mentioned the weight. Of course, that's a topic when it comes to EVs, because the battery pack is quite heavy. But the advantage is that the battery pack sits quite low, so you have a very low center of gravity compared to the combustion version, which helps also when it comes to dynamic driving. But yeah, aerodynamic is also an important topic in the EV world, and here we are really have a quite impressive number. So the drag coefficient is 0.25, which is quite an impressive number, which we achieved with design on the one hand, and also with some active aerodynamic elements in the Cayenne. For example, the adaptive spoiler in the back with special adaptive cooling flaps in the front, and one special feature when it comes to the Cayenne Turbo, we have some adaptive aero blades coming out of the back to improve the aerodynamic and extend the range.
And at what speed do they pop out?
They pop out at 55 kilometers per hour already.
With the design, what are the family features in particular that you have carried through to this Cayenne?
The fact that the Cayenne is the most versatile Porsche that we have in the lineup. Yeah, you can do, let's say, almost everything with it. It's of course sporty, it's a Porsche. It's very, very comfortable, even more than the Cayennes we already know. Long distance comfort, and as well it's a really proper off-roader. It's an absolute all-rounder for the family. A lot of luggage compartment, even more than before, due to the fact that we have also a 90-liter frunk in the front. So the combustion engine used to be, but here we have an extra luggage compartment.
What about the design elements in the electric car that make sure that we know that it is still a Cayenne?
I mean, if you look at it, of course, it looks new, it looks innovative, very, very technical. recognizable as a Porsche. So, for example, the bonnet needs to be lower than the fenders. That's a typical Porsche design. And we go off with the wheels up to 22 inches, so it looks really sporty, really great. The proportion is the most important thing when you talk with our designers. So the proportion makes the car. And here, I think we see that the electric Cayenne is related also to the combustion and hybrid versions.
This car's got a huge amount of torque, which is good for towing, and you have got quite an impressive towing figure for this car.
Yes, we're very proud of that, to be honest, because we didn't want to make any compromises for our customers, because they know, okay, I can tow almost everything with my Cayenne, towing capacity up to 3.5 tons in the combustion and in the hybrid models. And this is the same now in the electric version, which is quite not that common in the EV world so far. Torque is important here, but also it's very important to have a proper braking system to adjust the suspension, the thermal management of the battery, because towing a heavy trailer is very, very difficult for an EV. You need a lot of power, so a lot of heat you have in the system, you need to bring it out. And so the Cayenne Electric is developed in a way so that we can offer up to 3.5 tons, and that's something that we're really proud of.
And just in terms of the range, you're still going to offer the combustion engine alongside the electric for the foreseeable future?
So the customer should be the one to decide. So by now we say way into the next decade, we will have the electric ones, the combustion version and the hybrid version in our portfolio, yes.
And then inside, you've got a lovely, great new dash. Tell us more about that.
We call it Porsche Driver Experience, so a very clear focus also on the driver. Of course, we have now a new display area, fully digital. So the instrument cluster digital, and something that we're really proud of is the so-called flow display that we have in the middle console. So it's a curved display, very nice to use. This is because we definitely want the displays to be really perfectly integrated into the interior design, into the architecture, not just one, let's say, iPad in the middle. And no, we wanted to do it differently, and so that's why we went for this flow display. And then there's also a passenger display as an option, so that also the passenger can have fun during the drive, can play even with the games or something like that, so watch movies. That's all possible now. And of course we have also some new comfort features, for example, inside. So we have electrically adjustable rear seats for the first time in the Cayenne as standard, and for example also something we called surface heating. So not only the seats are heated, but also the armrest or the middle console, and that's very cozy, especially in the wintertime.
Can you play games whilst the car is on the move as a passenger?
Yes, you can. You can even connect a Bluetooth headset if you don't want to disturb the driver during playing. And if you're standing, especially when you're on a charging station, for example, then you can play with the driver. Driver and passenger can play against each other. Therefore, we have the so-called Porsche App Center integrated, where you can download different games. You can do karaoke, you can watch movies.
So you've got a longer wheelbase, which gives your rear passengers in particular more space. How does that impact on the boot and the luggage room?
No, not that much. That's pretty much the same as before. The difference is that you are able to adjust the rear seats electrically, and then you can decide, okay, I want more space for my passengers, or if I don't have any passengers, or only small ones, for example, I need more luggage compartment, then you can adjust that. But as I said, you have the frunk as well, 90 liters. That's a lot of luggage compartment also in the front in addition. So in total, you get more space than before.
Electric cars, like this new Porsche, place different demands on tyres. This car weighs over 2,500 kilograms and it delivers its torque instantly. So the tyres not only have to cope with both of those needs, but also meet Porsche's demand for its high-performance electric SUV. This car is fitted with Michelin tyres, carrying Porsche's NG0 marking. That means the tyre has been co-developed and approved by Porsche specifically for the first ever electric Cayenne. Michelin has been supplying the Cayenne with tyres since the very first generation in 2002, and that collaboration continues. For the latest model, Porsche and Michelin worked closely during development, using advanced simulation tools before physical prototypes were available to help engineer tyres suited to the demands of a large electric performance SUV. As with previous Cayenne generations, Porsche offers a range of approved tyre fitments for different conditions, including summer and winter tyres, with other market-dependent options developed to meet the Cayenne Electric's specific requirements. Whatever car you drive, the only thing connecting you to the road or the track are the tiny contact patches on your tyres, so it is crucial to find the right set. But searching for them can be stressful and confusing. If you need help choosing new tyres for your car, then go to DriverReviews.com, where you will see thousands of reviews of all the top brands written by drivers just like you. Also, check out the winners of our latest Customer Choice Awards. This is a Porsche, so of course the driving seat is going to be the best place to be. Now, this curved screen is a brilliant bit of design, and the wrist rest is a stroke of genius. Plus, these heated panels, well, basically not enough manufacturers are doing them. Now, you can personalise your car. You could have your initials perhaps on those heated panels, because Porsche realises that there is money to be made in the personalisation department, and you can even get a matching wristwatch. The big question though from here is, this is an all-wheel drive SUV, but does it drive like a Porsche should? On paper, the stats are seriously impressive. 1,156 horsepower, 1,500 Newton meters of torque, and all of that is in its maximum attack launch control mode. And when it's not in that attack mode, well, there's just a mere 857 horsepower. There's 176 horsepower available when you push to pass. It'll do 0 to 62 in 2.5 seconds. That is quicker than a 911 GT3. The car is fitted with motorsport-derived cooling systems to ensure that you can do those standing start times again and again and again. Top speed is 162 miles an hour. And have I mentioned the noise? Oh, is that a V8 I hear? No, because there's not an engine here, but it sounds like a V8, and that makes me happy. Its impressive performance figures are very much needed to make this 2,645 kilogram machine dance like a sports car, which it pretty much does. All versions get air suspension with active damper control, and this turbo has the options of extra layers that are active ride, active chassis, rear axle steering, and a rear limited slip differential, which all join forces for impeccable road manners, no matter what the speed or surface. And the centre of gravity is 83 millimeters lower than a normal Cayenne, and that just adds to this car's agility. Everything about it is so keen, especially the regenerative braking, which can do 97% of all braking without using the mechanical brakes. And the system that recoups that energy is on a par with a Formula E single-seater racing car. When it comes to the steering, well, this is something that Porsche is really good at getting right, particularly in the 911. For starters here, I have got a perfectly sized, round, thin-rimmed steering wheel, and it might not be quite as connected to the road that you would get in a GT3 car, but it is not bad at all. Precise, neat, tidy, controlled. And for those who like to use their Cayenne's off-road talents to go off-road, well, there's nothing really stopping you. It is the first of its kind, the big kind from the Volkswagen family. It sits on the scalable platform that already underpins Porsche's smaller Macan Electric. And if you want to see our review of that, then please click on the link. Let's talk about the range now. The best you can get in a Cayenne Electric is 399 miles. This one, the turbo, drops to 383 miles, and they are both very competitive numbers. However, it's not quite got the longest range of any Porsche. That belongs to the Taycan at 422. When you're not charging around on the roads, there is another clever feature when it comes to charging this car. Porsche's inductive wireless charging system is a first for the company. It involves basically a power mat being placed on your garage floor and you park the car over it. You can also charge in the traditional fashion at a public fast charger, and make sure that there is one on your way to work or on your regular route to make the most out of this car's charging capabilities. In an impressive 16 minutes, the battery will go from 10% to 80% full, but if that is 6 minutes too many for you, then you can add around 200 miles in just 10. Cayenne competition comes from the likes of Volvo's EX90, which has got 7 seats, BMW's iX, which is Serenity on wheels, and I'm going to throw this in from left field, Kia's EV9, which is half the price. But this car's innovative features will enhance family daily life, and it may be weighty, but it is brimming with driving know-how from one of the best handling electric cars, the Taycan. So despite there being no actual turbo in sight, this Halo Cayenne looks like it is set to be the dynamic leader of the pack. Thank you so much for watching Driver Reviews today. Please let us know your thoughts on the Porsche in the comments section, and please press like and subscribe so you're notified each time we post something new.